Alright, we're determining what our background image, what our green screen image for this feature length presentation is going to be. Alright? This is a from the park only stream. Alright? Only motherfuckers from the park are allowed to chat in this stream. And that's me. I'm the only one from the park in attendance. So I'm the only one allowed to talk today. Alright? That's how today's program's gonna work. We got some fucking bum cart here. We got a fucking bum cart. This is an actual dispensary cart, though. Still a bum ass dispensary cart. So we got a fucking bum dispensary cart. But that's what it is. Alright? That's how it's gonna happen today. And I'm gonna come up. I'm gonna try to come up, and you know how that usually goes. I'm gonna try to come up with some topics of discussion, so to speak. I'm gonna try to rattle some topics off the top of my head to grind your gear, grind my gears segment, so to speak. Yes, that is another Family Guy reference for those in doubt. But this is going to be a sort of a free form. You know what really grinds my gears? Cutaway gag from Family Guy segment. I don't even remember at this point if the you know what really grinds my gears segment from Family Guy was actually a cutaway gag or not. I'm gonna say that now that I think about it. I don't even know whether or not that was a cutaway gag or that was part of the main comings and goings of the episode of Family Guy that the scene I am referencing took place in. I don't even know if that was a cutaway gag or not off the top of my head. Is that a good or a bad thing? Is it really pertinent information if I know off the top of my head whether or not the you know what really grinds my gears segment from that old episode of Family Guy, definitely first 4 seasons, it was definitely the first 4 seasons that took place in, because that was part of the never-ending mill of season 1 through 4 episodes that Adult Swim played reruns of on a loop for eternity. There we go. That was the rest of the sentence. It was lurking and hiding in my synapses, the rest of that sentence was. But what was it that I was thinking about that bothers me? There was something I was thinking about that bothered me before I started this stream. I had something and I was like, if I'm on stream right now, this would definitely be a grievance that I would air with society. Like, I came up with a grievance to air to society while I was driving before I got to my destination that I got to before I turned this stream on. There was definitely a grievance that I came up with that I was going to air with the world via the delivery method of this live stream, and it has escaped me. The grievance that I wanted to air, one of the many never-ending grievances that I wanted to air with the world via the delivery route of this live stream has escaped my mind. It has escaped my mind. But we'll come back around to it. What was it? What was the grievance that I was going to air with you? There was a grievance that I was going to air with you. But now that I'm sitting here, now that it's time to air said grievance, it has eluded me. The grievance has eluded me now that I'm here having the live stream where I can air all of my grievances with society. Now that I am in the moment where I need to air my grievances with society, the grievances that I have to air with society escape me. And I am left staring at my own reflection with a picture of J-Rock and Tyrone behind me. What was it, guys? What was it?
was it?
All right, we're gonna have to. It'll come to me. I'll remember it, but we're gonna have to listen to some white rappers until I remember. We're gonna have to listen to some white rappers until it comes back to me. It's just the way it is, guys. It's just the way it is. I don't make the rules, all right? I just live here. I didn't make this hellscape that we live in. I just live in the hellscape that we live in. All right, guys? We on the same page? We on the same page here? Okay. Why'd I hit USB? Do the roar. Do the roar. Play my music. Hold on. Bro, did YouTube patch it? No, it didn't. Okay. I thought YouTube patched that. Okay. But the money coming in, it made my motherfucking plate bigger. I know you couldn't relate because your pay thin away. Check your paper, your Benjamins are too frank with ya. I really made it, motherfucker. You jealous? I could see it in your face, motherfucker. This whole city's on snake mode and say so. Pussy talking beef, but it's grain salt. They know what we made from. Tuition they paid off. You better stack the paper. I'm talking at 8-4. Got richer than Bezos, made money and take off. First class flights out to Turks and the Caicos. My bitches on Baywatch, your girlie on Weight Watch, your dick. How the fuck you talking that shit? They got a day job,
Boy, mate, you should rap more like a bloody Australian, alright? Alright?
I get it. It's the comment section. All you critics acting bitch made who've never sold a mixtape. I'm super sick with it, flick the switch, it hits your rib cage. It's Triple J, so I'll spit it all in ig pay. Akfe, your other man, and ask how my dick tastes. Townsville, where I'm from, get it dealt with. My brother Angus holding on the keys like a belt clip. For the marshal, our matters, get them mad as fuck. Mad hatters on your six like an Ashes cup. Yeah, pussy, why you mad at us? I did it on my own, I'm independent where it matters. Cause 70, 30, my deal is crazy. You signed to a 360, goddamn baby. Ha, now you broke forever. I'm winning, let me focus on my own endeavor. I'm from Wiradjuri, my blood means I'm posted. Get up and shout my team, Y&G will be dope forever. I'm done. Hey, that's not a diss against 360, I'm talking about a 360 contract deal. It's Big Marta Towns, Wiradjuri, Canberra, Melbourne, we on the map, baby. Let's get it. On the real though, there's a side of me that wants to entertain you, and a part of me that really wants to be very truthful with you. And if that's cool today, I wanna show you a bit of both. So let's get this next part. 1 sec, I need to tell off. Hold up. I was 17 when I overdosed, slipped and went comatose. Mama on the phone, I could hear her tears overflow. I should have known when my uncle went and signed out that it was me walking down that same road this time round. Now it's RIP to him and thank fuck that I'm fine now. Lesson learned, had to fuck around and find out. Now I'm past what I'm past, and there's part of me that's ghost. If there's innocence inside, it's only minimal at most. Every syllable I spit and every lyric that I wrote is like right here and right now. Listen close. Now. See, my little face on. I remember. I don't remember. I lied. I don't remember, guys. I don't remember. Actually, I thought I remembered, but then I thought about it a bit, and I don't remember. Also, these are not tears. This is literally grease. This is grease from sweat that went down into this part of my eye. It's just grease from here got into this and here part of my eye. Okay. We're good. We're good. Let me tell you. We all right, we got something we can talk about here. All right, let's get down to brass tacks here. Let's miss my palm and go through my fingers with the pen. So, something we can talk about, something we can discuss here while we're enjoying each other's presence is I'm not enjoying your presence personally. I gotta tell you, you guys aren't good guests. You guys are not good guests, and I don't enjoy your company. I don't enjoy your company, and I don't enjoy your time and attention. But while we're here hanging out, having a ball, as every second of my life is an absolute blast. I'm sure you can tell. I'm sure you can tell that every waking second of my life's a ball. I'm the belle of the ball. Alright? I'm the belle of the ball, and every second of my life is luxurious and amazing. I'm sure you can tell as you sit here and we enjoy each other's presence and company. And as I said, I don't enjoy your presence and company. That was facetious in nature, what I just said there. But since we're here, it's time for me to tell you how I told you so recently, in a way that recently came to fruition. Because I've told you many things, and probably about 10 of the things that I've told you have come to fruition, down to your vote doesn't matter and won't change anything, to Josh Moon is going to accept weebs on Kiwi farms, to oh man, what else did I tell you so that came to fruition? There's been like, no shit, a minimum of 10 things that I've told you that are gonna happen, and like, they did happen. All right, and it's not about normal shit that you could easily predict. It's like I told you that Josh Moon started accepting troons and weebs if he wasn't a troon and weeb the whole time and just trying to be the cool kid that he always wanted to be but never will be. Josh Moon started accepting weebs, anime fans, like white anime fans. He started accepting like white, the kind of anime fan that Japan hates. And Japan hates the kind of anime fan that Josh Moon welcomed into his forum like 5 years ago and told you he accepted them on his forum in like 2025. Josh Moon has been working in cahoots with transsexuals and American anime fans and Western anime fans for like 5 years. And he just admitted in the year of our Lord 2025 that he accepts weebs on his forum. So let's give a big round of applause for one of the many instances in which I told you so, and it was in fact the way that I was telling you it was. Let's give me a round of applause for once again telling you how it is. Telling you the way it is while you tell me shit isn't the way it is, when it actually do be like that though. It really do actually do be like that though, and I really do be telling you that it do be like that though. Like I really do. I really do be telling you that it do be like that though, and it do in fact be like that though, whether you like it or not. Okay? And this is not the first time. This is one of many times that I've told you how shit is. Candidly, while you fucking seethe over the truth, this is like the fucking 10th time. This is like the 10th fucking time that I've told you how shit is. And it's come to fruition, that I've been aware of. It's probably way more than 10. It's probably like astronomically more than 10 times that I've told you how shit is, and it in fact is how I tell you it is. But, you know. I'm just saying, while I got your back here, all I'm saying is that I don't like being right. All right? I don't like being right. I wish I wasn't right. This is not the first time that I've told you this, but let's harp on this again. Let's circle the wagons back, all right? And let's regraze the part of the mental landscape that I'm occupying right now, where I told you that I don't like being right. I don't like being right. I don't like having to come here. I don't like having to come here and tell you shit that I know is going to piss you off. I don't like having to correct your view of reality. All right? I don't like having to burst your bubble. Okay? It pains me to have to burst your bubble all the goddamn time. Okay? I don't like doing it. I don't like having to burst your bubble all the time. And you act really, really obnoxious about it every time I burst your bubble. Every time I burst, and I'm talking to the world right now, every time I burst your collective bubble, which is often, I often burst your collective bubble. Every time I burst your collective bubble, you act very annoying and obnoxious about it. Okay, let's have a sit down here. Let's have a sit down. Let's have a heart-to-heart about how I don't like being right all the time. I really don't. I don't like being right all the time. I am right all the time. Okay? Doesn't mean that I'm not wrong all the time too, but I am right all the time. Okay? I'm right a lot of the time. Not most of the time, probably most of the time, but a lot of the time I'm right. Okay? I don't like being right. I don't like bursting your bubble. I don't like having to burst your bubble because you act very annoying about it. All right? You start insisting upon yourself. To quote American hero Peter Griffin, all right? To quote war veteran and descendant of forced laborers, Peter Griffin, to quote descendant of forced laborers and or indentured servants, and American hero and national treasure Peter Griffin, you insist upon yourself every time I burst your bubble. Like without fail. Without fail, you start insisting upon yourself and you start acting really obnoxious and really annoying. And I can tell that you're no fun to be around. All right? I can tell that you're no fun to be around every time I'm correct. Because you are like the worst, you are like the sorest losers ever, okay? You're like the sorest losers in history. They should literally make a statue. They should carve a statue next to that like Iwo Jima monument where it's the soldiers pushing the American flag up. They should carve a statue next to that, depicting somehow in an artistic way how obnoxious the way that you insist upon yourself is whenever I'm right. Like whenever I'm right and telling the truth in that order, whenever I am right and telling the truth, you start acting so obnoxious, and you start insisting upon yourself in such a nonsensical and ridiculous way that they should carve a statue next to the depiction of World War II soldiers pushing an American flag into the top of a hill. They should carve a statue next to that depicting how ridiculous, and again, I'm talking to the world, how ridiculous you act anytime that I am speaking factually and correctly. It is unreal. It is literally unreal how sore of a loser you are. Again, talking collectively to the world, how sore of a loser you are. It should be literally carved in stone for future generations to marvel at. A work depicting how obnoxious you are whenever I'm correct, and then I want the plaques also carved in stone in front of it to explain in a scholarly way, explain how ridiculous the symptoms of the modern so you display symptoms of mental illness caused by recent innovations in technology, and they should, in a scholarly manner, explain how inhuman you beings have become. They should, in a scholarly way, explain how far from normal humans you've strayed. They really should. They should explain how low the modern human's ability to socialize in person has become. They should explain the social decay that modern technological innovations have caused. They should explain the social decay via this statue, but the statue should be depicting you, user viewers specifically, okay? The statue should be paying homage to your visage, and the carved plaques in front of it should be explaining how your mental illness is a byproduct of modern technology. Like how your mental decay that is impacting your ability to socialize and impacting your inhibitions and all of that, your mental, your brain, they should use your visage to encapsulate a visual work, so to speak. Statue. They should carve a statue of you, all of you, but as one person. It should be one person. It should be a carving. Well, no, it could be a carving of more than one, because that World War II statue was a carving of a lot of people. So it can be a scene, okay? It can be a carved scene. The statue could have several people in it. Should be one, should be solid, should be one. It shouldn't be several statues. It should be one solid statue, but it can depict a scene or a picture, okay? And I want it to tell the tale of like a mentally ill. I wanted to be like that one painter, like the shit that he painted on his walls, the dark period. I wanted to be like the dark period paintings, where like it's that guy like ripping someone in half with his mouth, and they think it was him like critiquing modern society. I wanted to be like that, but I wanted to be about how you guys are a product of your environment, being the internet, and I wanted to explain how the internet has literally lowered humanity to be creatures such as yourselves, and how like you're very, very strayed far from what the archetype of a human is when it comes to the way you behave and the way you socialize. This statue should depict how you are a byproduct of the internet. You're a product of your environment. Your environment is the internet, and this statue should tell your tale, but it should specifically be from the point of view of how me telling the truth makes you act in inhuman ways. It should be telling the tale of how me just talking into a camera and being correct, honest, and truthful just makes you literally stop behaving like humans. They should tell that tale. It should tell the tale of how me having access to modern technology literally makes you stop acting like humans. That's what it should tell the tale of. I want this statue to be explaining that. And I want the plaques in front of it to be giving like a scholarly breakdown, like almost a video essay script, but carved into stone plaques in front of the statue. And I wanted to explain in a scholarly manner the exact mental illness that technology caused you to get. I wanted to explain like in a neuroscience, like in a neurochemistry way. I wanted to explain chemically what is wrong with your brain, and I wanted to explain that technology did this to you people and made you behave like this. I wanted to explain that technology and social media, things such as this, made you stop behaving like humans. I wanted to literally explain that, like in a scholarly manner, like breaking the facts down to their most basic elements, like that kind of an explanation, that in-depth of an explanation. I want the explanation of what is wrong with all of you to be that detailed on the plaques, on the stone carved plaques in front of the statue, depicting what technology has done to you people and how technology has made you stray away from your human nature and start literally acting in inhuman ways. You do not behave like humans, okay? You don't behave like humans anymore. We're not human people. You don't act like humans, and technology did that to you. And I want this statue to be next to the statue of those World War II soldiers pushing that American flag into a hill in Japan. I wanted to depict that. And I wanted to be next to that. I wanted to be located next to that. And I already explained how the stone statue should be. I already broke that down. But I want all that. Want the stone plaques in front. Want the statue behind it. Want it next to that World War II statue. And I want it to be about how you stopped behaving like humans because of technology. Wanted to explain that in detail. And I wanted to be from the point of view of you guys being enraged. I wanted to be from the point of view of you guys being enraged by me speaking the truth on the internet. Okay? I want that statue to be from the point of view of you guys being enraged, literally like ready to go to war over the fact that I told the truth on the internet and the fact that I turned a live stream on. Okay, I wanted to almost be like a modern depiction of a medieval pitchfork mob, but like in progress. Okay, so I want it to be like depicting you so enraged that you're literally willing to gang up on one person, literally willing to outnumber one person and like physically harm them over them telling the truth on the internet. Okay, I want the statue to depict this, because that is literally how low humanity has sunken, especially in the Southwest Florida area, and especially the local Southwest Florida government and municipalities, and the federal municipalities that the local municipalities and government here all now, state government and the federal government way up. Okay, All of these people have sunk so low that they act in inhuman ways. Okay, they're hardly human. These people are hardly human, and I'm saying this about Florida. Okay, so all of you people who think swinging back to conservatism is going to bring things around and this, that, and the other, okay, conservatism is just as bad as liberalism. Okay, you're picking between two losing sides. Okay, and the technology has made that faction stop behaving like humans. Okay, they don't behave like humans anymore, if they ever did, but they don't now. And technology is definitely the root cause of their mental illness in the moment. Okay, and it is exacerbating it. It is exacerbating it, if nothing less. Okay, it is exacerbating it. It is like showing. It's making the big picture visible from the small point of view, if anything. But these people don't behave like humans. Okay. Not even in the Southwest Florida area, not even in conservative Florida. These people do not behave like humans. They do not behave like humans, okay? And it's everyone. It's people who work for the government. It's people who work for the military, people who work for the federal government, okay? It's officers, EMS. They don't act like humans. They don't. They don't act like humans. They don't behave like humans. I sometimes question if they are human, literally. I literally question if these people are human sometimes, but they definitely do not behave like it, okay? They definitely don't behave like it. And technology has, if not caused this problem, exacerbated it immensely. And I want a statue depicting my ability to trigger you with like the push of a button. Okay, I'm able to trigger you with the push of a button. Okay, and I'm talking to you. I'm able to make you act like a medieval pitchfork mob with the push of a button. Okay, with the push of a button, I am able to make you behave like a medieval pitchfork mob, and it is hilarious. It is hilarious that I am able to make you behave like a medieval pitchfork mob with the push of a fucking button, okay? With the push of a button, with the say of a fucking word, I am able to make you behave like a goddamn medieval pitchfork mob, and that is fucking hilarious. And it shows how low you've become. It shows how low you've fallen, okay? It literally shows how low you are, okay? You are not even comparable to humans, okay? You do not behave like humans. I would say you probably don't even behave like Cro-Magnon, okay? You probably literally don't even behave like Cro-Magnon, but you definitely don't behave like humans, okay? And don't let anyone tell you otherwise. Do we need to get how many times I told you so? Because I've told you so a lot of a fucking time. Alright? It's been more than one. Told you so a lot of goddamn times. I have told you so far more than once. Okay? I have told you so far more than once. And this is another time I'm telling you so, and I'm correct. So, that's where we're at. That's where we're at.
Tornadoes and hailstones, whirlwinds, tropical storms, blizzard and monsoon, all of which I witnessed prior to waking up inside my room. I pack episode tantrums, fuck hugging my cool. The edginess readies to mock quick choice to do. The company of similars couldn't excite the motor. A hermit crab, home alone. One barrel of idioms in a charcoal stick. Courage under desire, canopy tray, beautiful messiah reluctant. Sucking the pluck of the heart, buzzing the fuzzing television mixer. Look at saturated matches in a half-made bed. Leg with my other half in the leg. Litter of the pig pack, leader of her mechanical zoo. Ample room prior to firing up. Himself the way the wind spitting ice storms and termite swarms the complex. I'ma trace the silver lining, winding round the property. I know there is good in you if one peels back the opulence, but I also know it's racial. Losing and success being personal, then suck basic diversion, rusty anchor. Budget for nothing, wedged between A$AP Rock and a scarred face of frustrated fuck you. Bound by concern, I believe I'm still concerned. I believe silent children turn and they sleep over one-liners while I yield to hear your burns. Color me out of my skull, dragging a wagon of creature features. And all I ever wanted was to aggravate the sleepers. Look, self-crafted heroics, murder worthless. Crash test ideologies, catalog alien doctrines, type disturbance, got 'em out. Killing machines turn belly up, buckle. The troubles I've seen, cokes 24/7s of wide eyes from daydreamers, clean and dirty. Serpents and turnboys, preference for the latter. Justify the germs, birth, quarter eyes, the gashes out. On my left, one finger for each burrow I can touch. On my right, one finger for each time that I wake up midsummer night. Cloaked in a pristine mantle of hellfire, but ain't capital. Glaciers out the east slide lateral. Born for one task indeed. Born a citizen cannon hopes out this ugly duck and sea. Look, I ain't too tired of dragging the baggage over the seesaw seats where the reapers turn mortals to Casper. See the plainest dog conjurable can't mimic the null of a billion troops holding matchsticks, nasty cannons, standing for many moons where the sun hit the mountainside splendidly, basking the last warmth that's known to man's tangents. In the wink of an innocent star child's island drop, he vanished. Managed to carve initials in the granite wall that damned it all. Well, I hung with cats that through the domes that forged through the moats, hoping eloping with sovereignty in a canteen deemed the prodigies. I lost the wake to watch the walk, the work, the well, it's almost 6 o'clock. I never seen so many tugboats miss the dock.
I could make them all tense, so I could sleep. I could walk with a limp and make your step feel incomplete. I made of matchsticks, life is bred of flames. Know that the craft work for the last smirk of the Damien mainframe. My box cost like the third rail juice from lost poets. Habit ocean bottom with a bin of rotten scapegoat parties. Don't bargain at martyr parliament rallies where participants squeezing last giggle then whittle sacrificial finales. Tie my boot laces alone, save the knee-deep offerings. Sorta brings you coughing bunk persona to light. I might build a malignant railroad, find you in lay tracks adjacent just to scream fuck off as the engine pulls out the station. What now? We deal with 1,000 drunken sailors. Kill 'em all, locate their family address, release a mail. Dear Sir, madam, your son or daughter's embarrassed humankind, consuming booze and gut fuel till their crews had crossed the line. Go, you got some dirty laughs with the nursery class act impression of a bubble. I could have been more subtle when polluting paradise gene puddle. Huddles make us look like cool peeps, and I'm trying to school sheep toward the right idea. See ya, see ya, see ya, see ya, see ya. This basic divine subsidiary buffs got a syllable logic. Fold origami plantation shutters. This picket fence hang on to your dreams kitten. You'll probably never hear this song, let alone sip the mission long enough to listen. Smoke cigarettes down the filter, smoke the filter down to space. Now I'ma roll this question tight, smoke that shit up in your face. Now if you with all to masks every time Fame Circus approaches, really think your maker wouldn't notice? Okay, I died 1,000 and I'll die 1,000 more. I leave footprints and boards, two for bypass, two more to break the door. Practically caress the utterings of crushed by drudgery, brothers and sisters, mothering Spiegler cabinet, mad and shit. I think the wing for a penny and a parable. This friendship sunk with a barrel full of tarots pulled. Guys hover bag shiners, then wonder why the Coltsmen sitting at their rainbows ending rocks garbage bag liners. Adam and Eve without the apple seeds. I sat free. Ashful boredom grabs the castle out of toothpicks. I sat free. Too hard, nearly metamorph castle loose pins. Now I stand free. It's not to the skirt of plumage, and I know that sounds for it. It no longer turns my stomach. Hollering wolf in the form of one frustrated culprit. But I love to have all of washed up stardom melted, trying to milk it. Want a ticket to ride white life highway sideways, melted. One love to the rungs in my lap. One love to the gathering of laughter bats that hung from my rafters. See the jack met the badger. They were both such fucking badasses that clashing wouldn't make sense. Hence my tape deck. Now I ain't gonna name names, and I ain't gonna drag others in. But I ain't about to say that I'm the only cat you got bubbling. You're lucky. Somehow you've managed to befriend some good people who'll sit and soak the evil suits and creep. But why I'm not really not fuck off. Kicking a slip across the floor to the archival vinyl venom soaked galore. Anti-gravity mechanisms spit flattery burners, using a million majesty murders, then sold your crown. You discovered me, right? Offered up the beast bite. And oh, it's all cotton candy when A$AP Rock the beeline. He's acting foolish, left in the middle of playing bricks. We weren't building nothing but a great wall around these stones and sticks. For the record, I've been rhyming since me and Andre thought we could freestyle. Built foundation out passion and brothers dusty task cams. Study dope rappers, vocab expansion, poem, syllable placement. You just mad because somewhere in there you mentally non-compatible and bounce to maintain status where I can straight objectively critique your after projects like that sounds fresh, man. That shit is garbage. What happened to Naughty Blast? Yeah, but the barriers were broken. Give comments to the wrong vote when you out of respect and I don't leak your program now. Like, we're both trying to sit and breathe another dawn, so my advice to you is when I say move on, just move on.
My favorite thing, one of my favorite things, these are a few of my favorite things, and one of a few of my favorite things are when you hit back, like when you hit back on the, what is that shit called? The fucking pull down, that tab you pull down on the top of your phone, the fucking widget, when you hit back on the fucking YouTube widget that lets you rewind and hit back on the mobile app, like back and forward, like switch video, whatever. When you hit fucking back and then it doesn't go back to what it was playing before, love it. Love when that happens. Awesome. It's awesome when you hit back and fucking it doesn't go back to what it was playing before that video. Love it. Love when that happens. Just like I love when people look at me in their side mirror. Love that. I love when people make eye contact with me through like their side mirror that are in front of me. Love that. Love when people do that. Doesn't make me feel socially awkward at all. Doesn't make me feel socially awkward when people make eye contact with me that are in front of me through their side mirror. Doesn't at all make me uncomfortable when I catch people looking at me. It does not at all make me uncomfortable. There's been times on stream where I've looked to my left and there have been people like hanging out of their window like looking at me, and I'm just like, what the fuck are you doing? That has literally happened on stream before. You won't find it because it wasn't even on this channel, but anyway, that's besides the point. Love when that happens though. That's a good time. Some of my favorite things is when people are making eye contact with you from their car. That's all. You know a good time's happening when they either have like something dumb to tell you, or like not dumb. Sometimes it can be a warning. Sometimes it is helpful. Sometimes people have helpful intentions when they're making eye contact with you from their car, but most often not. Most often, people have like nefarious intentions when they're making eye contact with you from their vehicle. It's usually nefarious. Their intentions are usually nefarious if they're making eye contact with you, and that sucks. I hate that. I don't like nefarious eye contact, and that's the only way to put it. And there's like, you can tell when nefarious eye contact is being made, and I don't like nefarious eye contact, and that's really the best way to put it, because it can present itself in a lot of ways. You can look like a lot of things, but the best umbrella term for it is like nefarious eye contact, and boy do I hate nefarious eye contact. Not a fan of nefarious eye contact. Makes me wish I could read minds. If I could read minds, nefarious eye contact would be fine. Then I would hate nefarious thoughts. If I were able to read minds, I would hate nefarious thoughts and not nefarious eye contact. But I live in the world where you fucking can tell that nefarious thoughts are being made by detecting nefarious eye contact. And that really leaves you with more questions than answers. And I don't like having more questions than answers, but that definitely is a thing that leaves you with more questions than answers. Nefarious eye contact. Don't like that nefarious eye contact stuff. Let me tell you. let me tell you that I do not like that nefarious eye contact stuff. You can tell when it's being made. You can tell when nefarious eye contact is occurring. You can. You can tell when nefarious eye contact's happening.